bias for action or action orientation is needed for handling climate change or anything, but climate change especially. There is too much talk, but many of us are uncomfortable when called for action. In our school days, action was not needed to score high grades or even pass. It is assumed that if one can read and remember well enough, that was enough to get things done by others later on in life. Who are these others? People like you and me again. So what's the good of that? And I know there could be a few teachers listening in, but my own view is that practical exams in schools are a farce. Maybe a strong word, but that's the way I remember it. And I'm sure they are also aware of what I mean, because you're never really challenged in a practical exam, whether it's physics, chemistry, or whatever lab exam that you do, or even craft, because failure here means failure of the teacher also. So they generally ensure that everybody passes, and people go lightheartedly to take some practical exams, and that's the way it is treated. It's almost as if it's a crime to make someone fail in practicals. So one may justify this by saying that the student does not know his future career path. So why learn a skill that he may never put to use? So let practicals be just that, a little bit of touch and feel. But when it comes to actions related to climate change, I think that is not true. Every career, every step in every career today must be linked to actions related to climate change. Talk is not enough. So everybody, irrespective whether he's a lift man or a CEO, has to have something to talk about and do more than talk about. And this is probably something missing in our lives today because we haven't practiced it in our school days or in our younger days. So we are good at talking, we have learned, we memorize, and we talk. Because that is where our climate is. We have taken our planet today. The way we have continued ravaging this planet for our pursuit of happiness or whatever we call it, industrial economic growth, it will rip the planet apart. So we cannot afford to have anyone not to act and to mitigate all the damage that is done. We're going to affect our lives. We cannot continue to live in a theoretical world. But sadly, we have mistaken talking for action. And if we speak in enough forums and climate change will somehow happen and we think we've done our job, this is also a forum where we are tired talking. But I'm sure as we go along, we will realize the value of the action that we need to do. The bottleneck, therefore, is not lack in conversation. It is lack of action. How can it happen? If people are not trained at an early age, this is my take that people must be trained to act, and therefore learning through actions is more important than learning by reading. And the book, the 30 pages that I read of the book Climate Change and Environment and how it impacts us all by Dr. Rajaram, Keith Olson and Lynn Tide. It's all about action early in one's life that can transform this world and pull us back from the brink.